I made a mistake. God of High School just isn't the show I thought it was gonna be. It is not the show that's gonna propel the webtoons into the limelight, to show that webtoons can be great as well. Because unfortunately, I'm blaming Crunchyroll on this one. It seems that they have a problem with its pacing. From Tower of God to now God of High School, they just don't pace the series, the shows in general, well. God of High School, I have to admit, is like the fastest anime I've ever seen. And mind you, I've seen a lot of anime. You guys should know this by now. I've seen tons of anime. So for me to say that this is one of the fastest animes, if not the fastest anime I've seen, that's saying something. And it's so ironic because the first episode, that speed that it had, mixed with its comedy, that was like one of the things that I liked about the show going into episode 1. But the thing is, the comedy dwelled down and it was still just fast. Everything was just still fast. Episode 1 hit really, really well. It just hit all the marks that it needed to hit. And it just, the rest of the show just couldn't really imitate that. It's so fast that when we have these big moments, you can't even feel them. So from those big moments that happen to just the characterizations of the characters and trying to actually like feel for the characters, it almost just seems kind of impossible to do given just the pacing being so quick. And ultimately, that's why I just feel like I made a mistake thinking that this show could really do something for the webtoons series, like to make webtoons big. Because honestly, at best, this show is very decent. It's just this away from just not being called bad, honestly. So I'm just shaking my head this entire time because I'm honestly blaming Crunchyroll for this one. And just Crunchyroll in general, because I'm just wondering, like, why are we speeding these shows up so much? Why are we trying to cram everything in within 12 episodes, 12, 13 episodes? And I only have 2 reasons maybe why they're doing this. One, they're not confident in the webtoons that they're going to do well, so they just try to give it a very condensed 12 episode series and just see how everyone is feeling about them. So they're not trying to put too many resources into these shows, so they're not really losing a lot of money in the process. It's either that, or 2, they're just trying to get to the main big moments in the webtoons because they know that the webtoons readers are going to watch the shows. So given that in mind, they're probably thinking, okay, let's see where the biggest moment is at that everybody wants to see. Oh, it's in chapter 365? Okay, so all the chapters, all 364 chapters, we're going to condense all of this into 12 episodes. We're going to just find a way to make it make sense, right? Once we do that, once we get to 365, that's when everybody's going to lose their mind. I'm like, bruh, best series ever. And I'm kind of saying this too because with Tower of God, you can tell they're just trying to, like, that was like the prologue basically. So they just try to just get past all that as much as they could. That's kind of what, Tower of God kind of was doing. But I still feel like they did actually a better job in some cases than what God of High School's even doing. And it's kind of ironic because you would think God of High School would be easier to actually do. The show, to me, doesn't seem to be that deep. So I don't get, like, what's going on here. So Crunchyroll, I mean, if you're listening, I highly doubt you are. Well, if you're listening, like, you could put more episodes. You can make it 24. You could do things. You should have faith. You should not worry about trying to get to the biggest moment. Just make sure the show is good and paced well. Because I promise you, people will come back to watch it. But yeah, that's just my opinion thus far for these webtoon series. Now, God of High School isn't done yet, but honestly, it's not like they're going to slow down at this point. They're like episode 9. And ironically enough, episode 9 was probably one of the better episodes out of this whole freaking show so far outside of episode 1. And I'm only honestly watching this show because I'm watching it with my brother. Because otherwise, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I might have actually dropped this series by now. I don't really care for the characters. The story is just like, okay, it's like, I guess. I mean, it's there. Even the fights, I can't really, like, thoroughly enjoy because they're so short. So it's like, okay, I mean, that's cool. But I digress. Tell me what you guys think of Tower of God and God of High School and these webtoon series in general. Are you guys enjoying them? Am I tripping? Because I could be tripping. So yeah, before I go, I want to actually mention I am now streaming pretty religiously now. every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on my Twitch channel with the same handle as my YouTube name, which is Thabreakmaster. So you can easily find me on Twitch, and you can check me out like around like 7 p.m. Eastern time is like 10, so you can catch me around those times. Wednesdays we play multiplayer games, so you can come and join in on the fun. So definitely check my streams out. You'll have some fun there. Let's chat. Let's talk. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I hope you guys miss me too. But yeah, tell me down below. Like, dislike, do what you gotta do, and I will catch you in the next one. And until then, people, break out.